Good afternoon and welcome back to the Rocky Mountain Mixed Doubles. We're here for the 2 p.m. game, a B semifinal qualifier. But before we get to the details of that, we just want to thank our sponsors that make this event possible: Visions Electronics, Distinctive Homes, Mary's Popcorn Shop, Bow Valley Credit Union, the Malcolm Hotel, Ridgewood, GDS, Wildlife Distillery, and Rocky Mountain Soap. We've got a great matchup here this afternoon between two of the best mixed doubles teams in the world, Brett Gallant and Jocelyn Peterman, taking on Jennifer Jones and Brent Laing, curlers that we're all familiar with. And I'm joined here by Morgan Muiz, a Canadian champion in her own right and two-time Scotties participant. So Morgan, excited to have you here. What are you looking forward to in this one?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. Lots of rocks in play, and best of the best here. So I'm excited. Absolutely.
Both of these teams have won Canadian mixed doubles championships and represented Canada. And as we know, the winner of this event, or the highest placing team not already qualified, gets the last automatic spot into the mixed doubles Olympic trials. Both of these teams, however, have already qualified. The winner of this game today will go straight to the quarterfinal here, and the loser will stick around and make the playoffs as well and be in the round of 12. We saw this morning about just a little over 4 feet of curl for a draw. The ice was pretty good, but early in the game, some of the paths that maybe hadn't been warmed up quite as much were a little bit slower, and the teams got caught with a couple draws that came up short early, but they seemed to figure it out pretty quickly.
From what we saw in our pre-game practice here, it looks like we should expect about the same amount of curl, all really late finish, which makes for some exciting shots.
Yeah, we did see that those draws would kind of run along their path for a half to 2/3 of the sheet, and then once they cut that curl, they really went, which made it possible for the players to make a lot of really fun and interesting shots. Some of the other games that we have going on, so in addition to this B qualifier, we have 3 C qualifiers going. Sorry, 2 B qualifiers and 2 C qualifiers. So on the C side, we have Papley and Van Amsterdam taking on Wu and Wesnick. We have Raymond and Yachu O'Million against Brunton and Horgan. Those are the C qualifiers. Here our feature sheet, obviously Peterman and Gallant, Jones and Laing, and on sheet 4, the other B qualifier. Some names you'll also be familiar with: Rachel Homan and Brennan Botcher taking on Mackenzie and Middleton. And hello to Megan Edwards, who's always a loyal listener, follower, and watcher of the Rocky Mountain Mixed Doubles amongst some other curling events. So glad to see that you're logged in and taking in the action.
I know. Got lots of room. Curl.
And we see that the Peterman Gallant team won the hammer in the first end based on their last stone draw.
Line's good.
Yeah, we missed their draws to the button. They must have been pretty good because we did see Jennifer Jones cover the button on her last shot draw. So obviously 2 really good efforts there, but Peterman and Gallant did take the last rock. And just like this morning, we see that first rock of the first end come up a little bit short of where they wanted it. We've talked about this, but Morgan, that first shot in the end is very, very important. So in your experience, where do you like that first shot in the end to go?
Yeah, I think personally I don't mind moving the one at the back forefoot. I think there'll be some people out there that disagree with me. I don't think there's any harm in making sure that first shot is down to the back shot stone, and if not, give it a little bump. Just with the nature of how you throw your first stone draw pre-game in this event, you're always throwing those draws coming to the home end, and this is kind of your first real look at what the away looks like. They throw it in the practice, but they do prioritize what it's going to look like coming home to try and get that last stone. So I just think the ice isn't as known going away if there's anything different, so it can just get a little risky if you drop a high one there.
Yeah, and we've seen that twice here. Both of the first rocks have come up a little bit short. But with that second one coming over short, does give Brett Laing a chance to put one in there. And like you said, either go right to the back one, or at this point now with 3 guards, top button probably wouldn't be a bad spot.
Yeah, top button would be great now that there's a couple extra rocks in play.
We've got a lively house here in Banff, so if you hear some background noise, it's a pretty full house. Obviously, the best of the best in the world here in Banff and Canmore for the weekend. Lots of people coming out to take in the events. It's a pretty good shot there from Brent. Full top 4. I don't think it'll matter in the end who's shot right now, but pretty close. That could go either way, based on our overhead camera view.
Yeah, it's important to control that.
And into here?
Top 4, top 8 area early on.
Just a hello and welcome to Mary Ann Frazee, who's watching all the way from Belleville, Ontario. Obviously a big mixed doubles fan, and glad you could tune in to the Rocky Mountain mixed doubles here in Banff today. So first opportunity here to remove some rocks from play. As we know, after 3 rocks have been delivered, the 4th thrown stone of the end, you can start to remove rocks. I think Brett was probably looking for a double peel there, but made one. So cleaned up that front a little bit. And with hammer, obviously they're going to want to ensure that they score and give themselves as much of an opportunity to get multiple points as possible.
Looks like they're interested in keeping it a little bit simpler for themselves in the first end here, not getting too...
Yeah, I didn't see the call here. Is he going right around to the top 4 or to the blue one, or is he throwing a guard?
I believe he's trying to hook. Yeah, top 8, hook a piece around.
Hard leg!
Wait,
Hard
go!
leg! Hard! Hard! Gotta go! Go! Oh no. Okay.
I only have so many end-to-ends in me.
Okay.
Brent Laing is primarily a lifetime second and has been to about 15 Briars and multiple world championships. He's still saying, don't make me go end to end here. I'd like to conserve some sweeping. It's a tough sport. It's pretty fast and not much break in between. We have Annette Young, who is joining us from Finland. Big welcome to you. Your family is here doing a great job on the AV, and they're all very well behaved, as always.
Of course, that rock slipping behind the tee line opens up an opportunity for Brett here to...
Wait, looks good.
Yeah, I think Brent was trying to go down to the back one there, and it just overcurled a touch and ticked that top yellow, which opened up this opportunity.
Hard!
Wait, top 8.
Hard!
So again, just caught a little bit on the light side with this this first end. You'll see from both of these teams, both Brett and Brent tend to sweep their own rocks, prefer to have someone holding the broom in the house.
It's over more
a lot
now,
of teams
but
do it differently. Some have
It'd be great
their
to get
teammates
here.
sweep their rocks, but both Brett and Brent, just given
similar.
their skill
Okay.
as front end players, jump right up and chase their own rock down.
Color.
Another first end question we often always ask ourselves, what color am I? So Brent got that figured out. Real opportunity here probably to go in top button touching the tee line and put Laing Jones in a very good situation.
Bit more room. But line's good. Line's good. Yep. Yep.
Little bump,
Yep.
little bump.
Hard. Hard.
It's up to 14-1 on this
Never
one.
touch it.
It seems like it's fairly quick here to start this game. I think we were seeing 13-5s by later ends in the earlier game this morning. So
Yeah. Very good job sweeping by Brent Laing there to get it by the blue line. You could hear his panic not to tick that and roll open. So although he was a little bit heavy and worried about the bump, still sitting 2, maybe 3. However, those 1 and 2 shot rocks are behind the tee line. So Brett Gallant can certainly get in there. Scoring area is closing down though on Gallant Peterman here in terms of getting multiple points. So this is an important shot, but if he doesn't move anything around, it'd be tough to get a second point in there.
You've got room.
Okay, the weight's good.
Line's good.
Weight's good. Back 4.
Whoa. Has to curl. Has to curl.
Knife.
Has to curl.
Settles right in there, just back of the tee line.
I don't think it does anything good.
Pretty frozen
No,
on
you have
both
to
of
get the
those
dead
yellows.
speed right, and it doesn't go straight back, so you're just guarding. Why would you
and
do that
pretty
when you
nearly
just
has
guard?
a bite of the pin there. So
I thought maybe I could get in for shot, but
Okay.
I mean, I just have to move it an inch, but I don't know, maybe not.
Really fucking hard. You got to get, nose isn't even close to shot.
Okay.
It has to get like
Yeah, you're right.
splitting the tee, like center line.
Okay.
No.
I don't know if Jennifer thinks she has a shot to get shot. I'd believe her. I've seen her do it many times.
Yeah. They talked through that pretty well though.
For sure.
And I think, if it was there, they'd probably be throwing it, but I think they both agreed it probably can't curl enough past that blue rock in the top 8 to make it for shot. So they're just going to guard and try to force one that way. Just while Jennifer's getting ready to throw here, welcome to Lisa Shepard, who's just joined the stream. So we've got a fair number of people already watching,
Okay,
which
line's
is
good.
no surprise given who we've got on the ice
Tight
here
guard.
Yeah, make
today.
sure you're
This
tight.
has got to be one of the
Straight
marquee
always.
games of the week.
Just light. Just stop. Stop.
So light and curling early.
Yeah, we've seen some really late finish on both turns and turn out, turn down there, and that can make it a little bit challenging when trying to have precise placement for guards.
And that might have over curled a touch. I know Jennifer and Brent decided they couldn't get shot with theirs, but Jocelyn doesn't need to get shot with this. She just needs to get second shot. So I think if she freezes the face of that blue, it should be good enough for 2.
Yeah, I agree. It does look like there's enough room to get in there.
Max line.
Weight's good. Looks a little heavy.
You're all the way out there. Has to curl.
Yeah, we gotta try.
Has to curl.
13-7.
Has to curl.
Line's looking like it's
Should be
getting pretty
close.
good.
Good.
Great shot
2.
by
Yeah.
Jocelyn there.
Good shot.
Yeah, stayed on the high side of that blue, but I think moved the yellow back an inch or 2, which is enough to confirm that was 2. So Peterman and Gallant out to a 2-0 lead through 1. Jones and Laing obviously will have the hammer coming back in the second. Sheet 2, Brunton and Horgan also took 2 in the first. So they have a 2-0 lead over Raymond and Yachu O'Million. Our other two sheets are still in the first end, so we'll bring you updates as soon as we can on those.
There, we saw a 2-point conversion there.
Yeah. We sat through the morning game, and obviously he did the commentary on that, and 9 straight ends of singles for an extra end win. But with that said, it was an exciting and well played game. Every end early on looked like it would go 2 or 3 one way, but in the end, great shots by the fifth rock throwers to get 1 each side, 9 straight ends. There's Jocelyn Peterman. We'll see what their strategy is with this first rock.
I think so.
Line's good.
Top 8. Top 4.
Sweep for speed.
14.6 on that rock, Morgan. So obviously the speed's keening up a bit. And you mentioned this earlier, coming back this way. Practices draw to the buttons tends to be a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
So top 4, second shot. Jennifer, my guess, is going to try to corner freeze this, start setting up the angles to their advantage.
A little bit tight. A little bit tight.
Can't be tight here. We're light. Really light.
Yeah, we saw this intern curl quite hard in practice. You pretty much need to be going through the V on the Bow Valley overhead camera to have a good line at the button.
Yeah, and we saw it in the earlier game too. That was the spot where there was one from Steve Laycock that we thought might have picked, but it could just be that spot.
Eye through here.
A little less.
Should have an update for you here soon on the game on sheet 4 with Botcher and Holman against Mackenzie and Sterling. Middleton. I'm going to go last names. I don't know.
Felt a little heavy. Back 4.
Got a curl. Curl.
It's not bad. It's
Curl.
good. It's good.
Curl. Curl.
It's good.
Curl.
Okay, so they were just trying to tap that back to frozen and stay on the nose. Obviously stayed out there a little bit farther than they expected.
Get low.
Yeah, there's room. I can throw more than
How much weight do you
half.
want to throw?
Forward.
Okay.
I tend to see
Here?
that when the ice is swinging. You still like to see that it's a little weight sensitive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see what happens here with Brett Laing, who's going to throw board weight. Thinks there's enough room to get to the inside half of that rock, make the double, and stay right there, 2 buried.
Did you catch the weight call on this?
Board.
Yep. Curl. 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 Curl.
Pretty good result. Didn't curl as much as they expected, but still got to the inside. Moved that blue rock out to the side 4, even though it's shot rock now. It's pretty vulnerable with that shooter
That's their
that
draw to
Brent
button
just
ice.
put there.
Yeah. I think you throw it a little Matt. Do you want more?
I'm just worried if we make it, they tap the yellow, but
You want to go here?
I think so.
So there were a few different options here. They're originally leaning towards playing on that intern side of the sheet. either a corner freeze on the yellow or a guard would have been fine, but the worry was leaving this out turn and a pretty simple tap for Brent and Jennifer to then sit 2.
We looks pretty good.
So they're gonna try to go right to the button here. Probably frozen on the back one would be a good spot.
Yeah, line.
T-line.
Okay. Yep. Yes, hard.
It looks pretty good here.
Yeah, that line looks fantastic.
Hard.
Not bad.
Great shot. Yeah, we saw a couple of great draws in the game earlier this morning too on that outturn side.
Yeah.
Might have got the scouting report on
Yeah.
on that spot. But great throw, great sweep.
Yeah.
Quarter.
Yeah.
Shows how
get it back in
how
there.
strong these world-class players are to almost bury completely behind a rock that's in the top 4 foot, right on the button.
Right on the angle, doesn't miss it by much.
No. Just need
They're
to
looking
change
at the
it
double run
slightly.
back into the yellow, which might be close to going into the
Which one do you
crotch of the
want?
2 blues. May lose the back yellow one,
From the end, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
but you'd be in a position
What do you think? I
to
don't think it'll curl.
probably ensure you
It'll
score.
curl an inch.
Because right now, Gallant and Peterman sitting 2.
Just off the edge hard and
Yep.
try and throw it on a quarter.
Yeah.
Don't see Jen sweep too often.
Not bad.
And on the wrong
Nice
side.
shot, Brent.
Great shot.
Yeah, left that in a really good spot. Almost perfectly corner frozen on the shot rock. No guards out there for Gallant and Peterman right now.
Sure.
You can see the angles. If they nose that yellow, the blue might miss the back one, and then it would be a pretty simple shot for 2 for
Trying to think where
Jennifer.
to put the broom.
So he's talking about just
Think
straight
this turn, or do we
pick.
just throw the in turn?
And obviously in mixed
middle.
doubles, then a blank for Jones is not really an option because you just lose the hammer.
I'd hate for that to run.
So that would be a way to force
Well,
if
we
you can
just
just
need
pick
2
this
curl a
yellow
half
right off
zone.
the top.
Okay.
A little more.
Clean. Whoa. Curl.
And just like they drew it up,
Try to line it up and get that back here.
Yeah, like in turn, right on the nose or just a hair high.
I like it. So here for back line.
Yeah.
back line, tap it pretty well on the nose. They just have to make sure they don't line this up where the blue will jam later in the end.
I think we're
Wait
close.
only.
Yeah, try to get enough distance on
Wait's
that
great.
black yellow so it's out of the way, but still
Like two.
You can go.
in the rings.
Wait's close.
Curl, curl, curl. Gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Okay.
And I think we're continuing on our theme here with a few former Canadian junior champions on the sheet.
Yes. Yeah, we have Brent Gallant for sure, winning a skip in Canadian junior curling. And certainly a Canadian
Their
junior
shot
champion.
is
Jocelyn
this.
Peterman, I believe, was a Canadian junior
Right.
champion. Brent Laing twice.
Yep. Yep.
And Jennifer Jones.
Was she?
Yeah.
That was okay. That was the one I didn't know.
Throw her out.
No, she's won a lot of Canadian championships.
I believe she won juniors in Manitoba with Kelly Scott as a teammate.
Okay. We're going to get our fact checker here to do some Googling.
It might have been one of those.
So it's like 14
I think
here.
She won 3 Manitoba provincials, a Canadian junior champion. Her first provincial junior when she was 15. That's almost as young as Brett Gallant was.
Yeah. I think Brett might have been 12. No, I'm just kidding. And all different provinces, actually. Brett would have been out of Prince Edward Island, Jocelyn, Alberta,
Curl, Brett.
Brent,
Ontario. Yeah.
and Jennifer, Manitoba.
Weight's good, tight.
Really got a curl.
Almost in. In.
I think it's probably still there, okay? Back line.
Just
You
not-
could shot,
Yellow,
but
yeah.
did leave a piece of that yellow.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think a back line, tap what they can see, get the blue out of the 4-foot.
Yeah,
Shooter
like,
shouldn't go
you're trying to
far.
Throw it 4 feet harder than me.
And opportunity for 3. I think 2 is very much in play.
So I believe the year that Jennifer won juniors would have been a year that they didn't send the Canadian team directly to the World Junior Championship. They would have made a change that year, and then it would have given the they were being sent the following year.
Okay.
But then this was like a catch-up year that she would have won. So then the following year would have been a direct send to World Juniors.
So
if that
she
makes
didn't get
sense.
the direct.
So she
yeah.
unfortunately did not get to go to the World Juniors. I do believe she was given a choice to play in the following year's junior nationals. Either play through the whole tournament or go to the playoffs. And then now, interestingly enough, so we've been sending the Canadian junior champion to Worlds, in the immediate year
Yep.
for probably close to 20 years. And then I believe recently, within the last 2 or 3 years, the team that wins goes the following year.
Okay.
So it did change the age of eligibility across the board because you basically get one less year.
Close, but minimum.
That's heavy.
You're not heavy.
Need to be close to those new rule changes now. Obviously, Kai McCauley, who curls at our club, and Max Cinnamon.
Yeah.
They are representing Canada, the World Juniors, and I know you work closely with them.
Yeah, Kai is one of our ice techs and a teammate of mine. We played mixed provincials, won a mixed provincial championship together. And his team is prepping to go to Cortina in April. It's pretty exciting. And Max also worked at the SLS Center over the last number of years. So we got to compete together in the Calgary Corporate Challenge.
Oh,
this
very
year.
nice. Yeah. So while we were chatting there, Morgan, Jennifer's rock, I just think a little bit heavy. Didn't quite catch as much of that rock as she would have liked. And it will be just the one. See one of the comments in the chat here from one of our listeners, just thanking the ice makers for great ice, and I think it's a great opportunity to do that. Brian Armstrong and his team here in Banff, Grant Randall, Darren Cook in Canmore, obviously always managed to put on really good ice, especially for this event, to make sure that these curlers come and have a great experience and can make the shots that they have the ability to make.
That's definitely extra.
Quite a bit extra. It looks like it's way out there.
Got a curl. Curl. Line's good. Yep. Straight. Yep.
So with that single, we've got a score of 2-1 for Peterman and Gallant. They have the hammer playing the third.
Take our in. Sure. Got third into the 12.
In the Homan Botcher match, they are just kind of getting towards the end of the second end. But Rachel Homan and Brendan Botcher took 3 in the first, so they're up to a 3-0 lead. We've got a measure on sheet 2, so we'll bring you the results of that when we can.
Weight's good.
Line's good.
Little light.
Lou and Wensneck on sheet 1
Weight's
took
close, but
2 in the second to take a 2-1 lead over Papley and Van
No,
Amsterdam.
line's good. Line's good. Hard.
Okay.
We're still shot. That's full 4. Here.
Yep.
Do you like the outer
A couple of good shots here to start
Again.
the third end.
Might have overdone it.
So Jennifer did go to the back one there with
Where are
her
ya?
first top
Got a
4
curl.
from Jocelyn.
Weight's good.
Corner freeze?
No,
or-
no, weight's good and line's
Okay,
good.
yeah,
isn't it?
line's great. You're not corner freezing. Whoa, don't line it up. Yep. Nice spot.
Okay. They figured out the ice to get to the
Stay
center
here
line.
low.
Game on.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Curl. Okay, good.
Better.
Yeah. Opened up that 4-foot a bit. Did still leave Jones and Laing sitting 2, but that one buried rocks behind the tee line. Lots of room for both teams.
I like the way I actually threw that.
Yeah.
I'm sure Brett wasn't worried about losing that back
Rolled this much, eh? Like
4-foot rock,
Yeah.
as it will now make it easier on them in the long run.
Some more second end
Wait,
results.
I think we're really similar.
Mackenzie
Line's
and
good.
Middleton took 1 in the second,
Go
so
for it.
Holman and Botcher lead that 3-1. And the measure
Curl up.
went the way
you're
of
good,
Brunton
good.
and Horgan on sheet
go
2,
for
so
it.
that's a steal of 1, and they have a 3-0 lead
Go
through
ahead.
2 ends.
Whoa. Yep. Good.
Laing and Jones continue to apply pressure here. They've certainly figured out draw weight. Putting these rocks in great spots, putting a lot of pressure on
there.
Gallant and Peterman.
Whoa.
For a second.
What?
Thinking staying close because if they just keep drawing there, like, what do we
Okay.
do? Like just kind of stay here.
Okay. You want to get that out of the 4-foot though, like
I want to throw back line or just through. Do you think?
here?
We've seen anything with that kind of weight in here?
No, I feel like it won't go crazy.
I know. Okay.
You want a little more?
No. No.
So you could hear Brett and Jocelyn quietly talking there about what to do with the shooter.
Can you come in front of that rock, Josh?
So instead of just hitting that one and rolling away, they're going to try to play it quietly. They're okay leaving that rock in play as long as their shooter stays there, because they're worried that Jennifer and Brent will just continue to draw in there and continue to put more and more pressure on.
Clean, yep.
To the hack.
Whoa. Clean. Curl.
Just through.
Curl. Whoa.
Hard.
Okay. Not bad.
Good.
Great shot by Brett there.
Have to.
Yeah, I left it in a really good spot. You can see half of that rock on the intern sign, so I could drive it right into those yellows as it stands right now. So Brent's going to try to beat him there, and I think try to draw this top button, sit 3 in the 4-foot.
Line's good. Top foot. Close for line. No, you're good.
Don't
Looks
wanna.
heavy, yeah.
It's not much heavy.
Got to curl then. Try to get to this guy.
Let's sit. Let's sit.
I clocked a 13.9 on this one, behind the tee line.
I think so. There, nose kind of thing. Jesus, yeah, he's out there, isn't he? A little less for me. 13.7.
His.
I think Brett's just going to try to freeze
Do you
this
think
right
my
on the
outfit's
face.
going to curl that much?
Not oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you heard Brett say that he thinks that his outturn will curl less than Brent's. So electing to take a little bit less ice. Even though Brent was a solid back 4.
Yeah. Just based on the different ways that they release the rock, really.
Brim.
Just have to be careful here with the speed.
Weight's good.
Brim. Curl.
Heavy.
Curl.
Heavy.
Got to curl.
Super heavy. Back 12.
Probably back line, yeah. 13.4.
Obviously a bit of a mistake there.
Gotta hook
Probably
this.
about
So if it
6
comes to
feet
here,
heavier
you're
than he
pretty happy.
wanted and left them sitting 3.
But yeah,
So
I think
now
the
if they
placing
can get
right
one
here,
just
I
half in
think
the
it's
top
off the
4, it could choke off that intern tap from
Yeah, probably
Jocelyn.
this goes nowhere. So I think we want to be right there.
Yeah, if this is made, Jocelyn's going to have a pretty hard time scoring.
Yeah, but Brett will not be happy with the result on his last one. There was a big opportunity to put them in a good scoring position.
So I'd say it's getting a little bit better here. Give Brett some credit, and I thought mine was pretty good.
Did you
and ended
time,
up,
Brett? I missed it.
No, I don't think I did.
I missed it. It's okay.
It was, I think this is the path you threw in on your first in
I
this
think I
end.
need less, yeah.
I think it's.
4 feet faster?
I think it's. I was gonna say 5 feet faster. Yeah.
Okay. A little bit of an ad.
I don't think
Need
you're
it.
ever heavy.
Yeah.
you're-
Line's great.
Pretty light.
Line's great. Line's great.
It's out there a little bit farther than both Brett and Brent's. If the speed's right, it should finish.
Easy.
Yeah, this is a 14.7.
Sorry. Shoot.
Still sitting 4. Choked off that draw, but did not choke off the tap,
Middle of this.
the
is
intern
back
tap
line.
that they're looking at now.
Yeah, we're just inside. I thought you had me right here, just inside middle.
Okay.
It almost puts it that you can hit.
I don't
get
mind
away
middle.
with hitting this blue a little high and a little heavier than you would have been able to because you can kick off with
Yeah.
that top one. Not that that would be the call, but just on the tolerance side of things.
Yeah, I think
thought
with
this
the
was
weight
4
they're
or
throwing,
5
as
feet
long as
slow.
they get by that center guard,
Yeah, you threw
that
it
blue's
tall.
probably going into something that's going to help them.
What you want?
Pretty close. Hey? 12-8?
Okay.
Little
weight's
to,
good.
Little to line.
Weight's good. Little
Yeah,
more
look.
than me?
Whoa. Close, yep. Whoa. Curl. 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 Curl.
Good.
Exactly
Just
like you talked
like
about.
that.
Yeah. A little bit on the high side. Chap off the top one and roll straight to the button. So a lot of pressure put on Peterman and Gallant there that end by Jones and Laing, but just didn't quite get that last one in the right spot and gave Jocelyn an out, and she scored one. Take a 3-1 lead.
Great throw by Jocelyn with great weight. Perfect weight for that shot.
So Papley and Van Amsterdam on sheet 1 took 1 in the third, so they lead 3-1.
What are you thinking for speed, Josh? Okay, like that. Yep. Yep. Yep.
You can help me if you want. No, weight's pretty good, Josh. Weight's good. Line only. Line only. Bump, little bump. Good throw.
Okay, right to the back one.
Nose, it's
Pretty well frozen on there.
In, hey?
Yeah, it's that spot you
Yeah.
threw. So edge of just
Edge of
outside
the
edge
eight.
of
Can we
eight.
see
like
some
back-
really late
back eight or
finish there
something?
on that out turn where it crossed center line and almost popped out the other side?
Mhm. I see why you're suggesting about moving that rock a little bit, because right now if Jennifer makes that freeze
Minimum, I
perfect,
Yeah, go then.
then that dead freeze
Line's good.
might not be all that good.
Line's good. Yep.
Doesn't look good.
Yep. Hard line. Whoa. Curl.
Got a curl a mile.
Curl, 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 curl. Sorry.
Think so.
So I think Jennifer just didn't realize that that rock was a little bit heavier, so was calling for some sweeping, but it did need to curl.
I'd love to
stayed on the
slide
high
off,
side.
Like, yeah. I'd love to move theirs a little.
Out's fine.
Sticking with the out turn. Essentially a corner freeze, but they'd like to just unlock that a hair.
Weight's good.
Yeah, you might see
T-line.
some people elect to take the other turn on this, but I definitely like the choice. It would leave your angles much favorable to yourself at getting up the
T-line.
button by taking this out turn path.
Yeah,
Good. Line call.
yeah,
Think
really
you could
good.
just tap these.
It
You
was
like that?
14-3, Brett.
Okay. Trying to get to the nose.
To the nose, yeah.
Okay.
Back
You can see
eight.
both teams taking different approaches here.
Is that where you
Gallant
just
and
threw? You
Peterman
didn't get
throwing
there.
that right-handed out turn side.
Where did
Jones
you
and Laing
throw?
sticking to the
I thought it was
the
right
in turn
here.
side. Obviously, they want to set up the angles on different sides.
Uh-oh.
Whoa. Okay.
So like Brent is just a little bit light on this one.
Yeah, light and tight, I think.
Got a 15-3.
Here? What do you see in them playing? I'm seeing them peel. Because this is a tough spot, like, for them to dig, because it's not warping. What do you?
Like a back four tap on the top button.
Well,
Then we're real fun.
if we're here, like she's got to move. We're lying 2, aren't we? Yeah. Like he's ripping. If he runs this and sticks to the run, they're going to be lying 2 yellow, buried. It's that, or we come in like this is good, we could do this too. If you like that, if you think that's better, I don't mind that. Maybe. Yeah. I want to be top 12. Middle.
So good discussion there between Brent and Jocelyn.
15.
They discussed a few options, guard being one of them. But I think they've settled on coming into the top 12. Another rock that would need to be removed if Brent Laing does run that guard in.
Oh, fuck. Weight's good. Just short. Just short of the rings.
Wouldn't go that far. I'm not sure how that helps us.
No.
It's really hard to get that one onto that side. Path?
Yep.
Just quickly here, quick congratulations to the senior men's team out of Saskatchewan winning the gold medal at the national championship, beating Team Alberta in the final. Team Paul, great showing by the Alberta men's team there. Congratulations on your silver medal. And currently the women's gold medal game is in the 7th end with Atina Ford Johnson of the Calgary Curling Club leading 5-2 against Joanne Rizzo from Ontario.
Okay, so double peel. I think they were trying to drive that second blue into the top yellow on the top 8 and try and move things around a bit, but just a little bit too thin and drove it across the top.
I think so. Yeah.
Likely putting the guard back here. This guard's made.
A little less than that. I think we're going to get stuck if we don't take less.
Yeah, I think we'll continue to see it get run in here for a couple more rocks.
Weight's good. Just pass your broom. This is one of those ones.
If I
See, center guard was made.
took
From
this,
Brent
it's
looking
real
at the
bad.
angles.
Bump to my 3, but it's almost not. Can't get to that. It's still there. Does it miss the back yellow?
It's close.
Or you play this?
I think you probably play that.
Probably this.
Couldn't quite tell what they decided on there. If they're gonna run the guard in, or if they're gonna try and get by it and drive the yellow onto the blue and hope it misses the back yellow to sit first and third or second and third.
Yeah, I think that's the call. I think I heard Brent just say that he's going to throw the out turn here. And usually if Jennifer is down there, it's an indication that he's going to be throwing it pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Curling.
Shooter.
Just straight peel here.
Fucking took off.
Seen a couple come up around center line there.
You carved that the whole freaking way, Joss. Right here. You like that?
Looks like they're going for the same guard again.
Yeah. And if this is made, I think Jennifer almost has to just hit that yellow onto the blue and try to give up one at most.
Okay. I thought you were really tight. Okay, we're almost just out. Broom length. Still got a curl? Broom. Good spot.
Nice guard there by Jocelyn.
Definitely can make this. Like if this one plants, this goes tick, tick, gone. So it's not all you have. I don't mind playing it, but it's definitely not all you have. Like this one just onto this side. If that plants or hits this side, it ticks and goes. Or you try this. If you tick this first, so I agree, this one probably comes right here.
Yeah. Okay, I'll play the runner. I think we play the runner.
I think so.
Where do you like Bryce? Do you like the out?
I do. I think center
Right
line.
on center, yeah. Okay.
It'll curl a little bit.
7/8 low, eh?
It's hair low for sure, yeah.
Okay, so we heard that right from the players.
Really close too.
A little bit low with out turn peel. Drive it back onto the yellow. Onto the blue that's top of the button. They think it will just clip the other yellow.
Like,
get the back one,
anything
and
hard
the blue
onto
should
that
spin out.
onto the yellow one, those blues are going to spin.
I know.
So perfect is, yeah, just like a 1/4 inch low.
Okay. Whoa! Whoa! Curl! Curl!
You can't curl
Whoa!
peel.
Yes!
Pretty close. It actually over curled, I think. Despite them calling for a little more curl, it over curled, but still got one out of there. So a steal of one for Gallant and Peterman. They lead 4-1 after 4. On sheet 1, currently they're playing the 4th. Papley and Van Amsterdam lead 3-1. Sheet 2 also playing the 4th, Brunton and Horgan leading 3-1. And on sheet 4 playing the 4th, it is Botcher and Homan leading 3-2. So let's take a moment to recognize the sponsors here of the Rocky Mountain Mixed Doubles. We mentioned in this morning's broadcast, but this is the largest purse in Canadian mixed doubles. $30,000 these players are playing for. Obviously, it's very important and big to them because we get the very best in the world coming out here. They're also playing for a spot in the Olympic trials for those teams that haven't earned one. And this type of event isn't possible without the sponsors. Vision Electronics, Distinctive Homes, Mary's Popcorn Shop, Bow Valley Credit Union, the Malcolm Hotel, Ridgewood, GDS, Wildlife Distillery, and Rocky Mountain Soap Company.
Just so fantastic to have such support from our
Line's good.
local sponsors here and make this event
Brill.
possible.
Line's good. Line's good.
And another quick shout out to the ice making crew here because there's definitely some fantastic conditions and these shots wouldn't be possible without the awesome surface that they have to play on. So kudos to the team here.
Good shot.
Be nice to tap that, kind of on the nose or a hair.
Do you think
center
this
on
out
the
turns
side.
straight now too?
Great
Like
shot, freezing the preset
I
stone
think
there.
it's straighter. I don't think it's edge
Another
of the
great
ring
start
front.
here from Jocelyn
I
Peterman.
think this shot's very makeable, like edge of 8. Is that what you think? That's fine. I'm good with that too.
It does seem like their preference is to get welded down to that back rock, whether they bump it at all or not. But definitely making sure
weight's
it's
there.
2-inch to the face of it.
Oh, we're good.
Yep. Go.
Right 2.
Go then. Yep. 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 Hard right. Gotta go. Whoa.
Yeah, good shot, man. Really good.
Jennifer right to the button, just a little bit of a tap on the 2 rocks. All 4 of these players have great command of draw weight right now. We're seeing that play itself out here with all of this play to the button and the 4-foot during the early rocks.
Little heavy.
Line's
Weight's
good.
pretty good.
Line's good.
Should be pretty nice here.
Throw a little?
Top 4.
No. Sweep for speed. Good shot. You like?
Looks like you got a freeze on like 2/3 of it, centerline side. So that anything coming in is pulling that one out.
Top 4.
So they're expecting Brett Gallant to potentially run that blue one in here at some point. They want to make sure the angles are just right to maximize the number of yellows that stay and the number of blues that will leave the rings if
Ooh,
that
seems
happens.
heavy.
Extra line.
That seems very heavy.
Heavy would not be the miss here.
Close though. Stick close. Yep. Yep.
Weight's good.
You gotta go. Gotta go. Right to it. Whoa.
Yeah, really well done. He said 2/3 on the center line side. It's pretty close to that.
Like right on the 4.
I don't really want to freeze. If I was playing it, I'd want to be a little short of it.
Okay.
Or a guard.
Okay, yeah, let's go here.
So he's not going to get goaded into playing the run back, and obviously without the hammer right now, it will be a force for Jones and Laing to 1, so there's no need for Gallant and Peterman to open anything up or disturb what's going on in there. So they're just going to throw this one just short of that pile, potentially even short of the rings.
Would be probably their goal this end would be to force the one, have the hammer in the even ends again.
Yeah, force one, a 2-point lead, playing 6 with the hammer.
Light.
Would be a very good position for a team like Gallant
Got
and Peterman.
Line's good. Line's good.
So another steal on sheet 4 by Mackenzie and Middleton, and they've tied up the game with Homan and Botcher at 3-3 after 4 ends.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
It was 1 point for Wu and
I don't want to
Wenzik on
plant the
sheet
second
1.
one.
Yeah.
So they
Just a
trail
hair
3-2,
high.
playing the 5th end.
Outturn?
Yeah. Even if I make the nose double, at least it's ours.
Brunton and Horgan
So this one's
added
curl
2 to
and
their
this one,
tally.
my
So
intern
they have a
this way didn't do
5-1
I
lead
think
playing the
it's
5th.
really straight. Just based on what the ice is doing right now.
Yeah, that would be my best
The
guess.
ice has changed. I think straight.
So like, just throw it a hair high of nose,
Yeah.
like where I want to hit it almost.
Yeah.
And if it comes up to nose, okay. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Hard.
Oh.
Fuck.
So he's trying the double run, stuffed it again. If you're watching the Grand Slam of Curling online, Brent Laing does a lot of commentary,
This
and
is kinda shitty, 'cause
he
if
runs
you
a
get
swear
anyone
jar
that's-
throughout the game.
Look at him sing.
And I think we'd have a few donations to it here
know?
today.
What you think?
Yeah, we should have thought about that before the game. We could have earned some beer drinking
Yeah.
money.
What do you want to do?
I think it's a shot. I'm just trying to look. Like we could play this little tick shot. Like that's tough.
But a really
Same
good
thing.
setup here
Yeah.
for Gallant.
Just
Try to
like
get
bite
it in a
the
little
line.
Understand
deeper.
the frustration.
Try to get it.
Center guard still there.
Same line is pretty good. I just need to be.
Jones and Laing only sitting 1, and obviously they'd love to get 2 or more here. So it's a tough situation for them.
That same ice? No, like I don't mind the hair less.
Did you see the call here where he's trying to go?
Totally missed it.
I guess he's probably trying to put it back where it was, just short of the rings or top 12 center line.
Weight's good, I think.
Line's
Looks
good.
like
Room?
right to the top 12 center line there where Jocelyn
Right.
has her
Freezing.
Got a curl.
14-5 should be close to top 8.
Go. Shit.
The angle doesn't change now.
Okay, so frozen.
That yellow shouldn't go very far. Like
No,
if we hit the
it won't
blue.
go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's pretty buried is the only problem.
You can see the angles. That blue rock top 4 just touching the button.
I got a
Flies out
probably
pretty
almost a third,
easy.
a quarter.
With anything that's run back in. The shot rock on the button shouldn't go very far at all. This could be made very well for Brent Laing, but the shot that Brett Gallant just threw there probably also won't go very far, so that will stay in the rings.
Yeah, I got a quarter.
So they're
Little
not
more.
they're not playing the run back. They're just trying to
I expect
hit
this
what
to
they can
curl a
see
bit.
on that rock top 8.
Yep.
Trying to just get as much rocks spinning and moving as possible to open up their scoring area here.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, Scott, that yellow one that's on the button is pretty safe from going anywhere.
Yeah.
Not a pile of weight here.
Slow. Curl.
Brent.
Curl.
got to be close.
I feel like we're on tape delay with these overhead cameras here.
Yeah. So that the one that was top button did go very easily. The shot rock didn't move. The one that he hit first that was top 8, I think he would spin out the side a little bit more. They thought so. It didn't go very far.
They have this, they have that.
But it does leave Jones and Laing sitting 1 on the button.
You want to play this in?
As well as third shot top 4.
This is for 3. This is for 2.
She might be able to make that tap for 3. Probably can with hack, Joss. Right?
So this is the only shot that takes away both. So it's stupid?
Hit and roll in my...
Yeah, do I make that?
I don't know if you can make that.
I can't throw it hard enough?
Might.
Like half a rock with peel?
It's a thick half. I mean, you just might make it 4. Like, you might well not make it 4, but even if you were to do this, see, even if you were to nose,
Yeah.
then she doesn't have the double for 3, right? Like, I mean, she does, but fuck, she probably doesn't.
Right.
If you were to roll into here,
You're saying not with peel?
Jocelyn
Definitely
seems
with
to
peel.
like throwing
But I'm
this
just
hard
saying, like,
and trying to make
if we
straight
nose-
across double.
It's okay. If we hit 3/4, it's good. 2/3 probably makes this.
I don't think it'll do too much, or do you think I will get a bit of curl?
no, I don't think it'll curl at all.
Well, we were seeing a little bit with peel. Little inside middle.
So it looks like that's what they've settled on. Jocelyn's going to throw it hard here. Thick half to 2/3 and try and roll it into the side or the back of the shot rock yellow.
I think this is going into the back all day. I don't...
The one risk they did call out was if they hit it a little too thin
better,
and into
hey?
their own
you can take
blue
middle
and
if you
make
like
the
to
tough
middle. I
shot
don't mind
for
middle.
Jennifer.
Yeah, and then almost certainly Jennifer will have a shot for 3. But like
We got it.
Brett mentioned, if they just nose this rock as well, then that also kind of takes away that double for...
Yeah, it can get very, very thin.
No, Brett. Gotta curl. Gotta curl.
This is just a hair inside the nose.
Okay.
Good enough.
Not bad.
Safe way to miss that.
So you only have the tap for 2 that I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be ultra thin to make
top.
the double
Yeah.
on the blues.
Watch it. It's good.
Okay, so intern tap. 2 ways to play this. They just tap that one for 2. But we did hear Brett and Jocelyn talking about how it might be there for 3. She throws it a little bit harder and actually goes tap tap and moves the blue a few inches. I'm not sure what weight choice they have here, which option they're going with.
I think that's the weight you want, don't you?
Yeah.
Close.
A little bit to line. No, you're good. You're good. Whoa. Yep.
Weight's there. Weight's good.
Yep. Line's good. Line's good.
Good shot, Jen.
And they had the angle right to make it for 3, but decided just to throw the weight to make sure they got their 2. So with that 2, it's 4-3. Gallant and Peterman lead after 5 ends, and they'll have the hammer coming back in the 6th.
If we act faster, we could probably get that swear jar set up for them.
playing 6 here with a 1-point lead in hammer, Morgan. Would you ever consider going to the power play if you're Gallant and Peterman, or do you wait?
That is the question. You know, you'd think almost if you don't use it now, you might not get a chance to use it.
Thinking the out turn, just because I don't know where to take for
I like it.
ice.
Yeah,
I suppose if you give up a steal of 1 here, then maybe use it in 7.
Back 8, back 12.
But yeah, this seems like a place where I'd give it some real thought.
Spotlight.
Yeah.
So we're on sheet 4.
Far off though, Jen.
Holman and Botcher
Looks like we're gonna
did
turn
respond to those back-to-back steals with a 3.
around. With those weights.
And
Find
they've
it.
taken a
Stop
6-3 lead through 5 ends.
Line's real good.
And on our sheet, similar strategy to what we're
Where is
seeing
she?
from the other team is
Not
gonna draw
two
to the
Rs.
button, almost 2 Rs,
Still above this.
or to the blue.
So it's pretty nice, or do you think it's just their brooms?
What's that?
I wasn't thinking it would be that nice here, but
14.5, same as 2 ends ago.
okay.
What are you thinking for ice star to bump? What way are you
Edge?
throwing? What way are you throwing?
Just tea,
Okay.
or do you want a little more than that?
T. I like edge for T.
Do you want me to throw more weight than that?
I think so. Like I'd like you to bump it.
Back 4.
Like 4 back 8. Are you thinking like? Sorry, you thinking like here with back 8?
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
So Jocelyn trying to come around the center guard here with the out turn with back 4 to back 8 weight, and just
off the line.
bump that yellow on the corner.
I think
Probably
we're light.
unlock it from the blue
Hard,
on the way
Brett.
by.
You're on the front. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Curl,
Tight guard.
curl.
Now they're trying to curl it past the guard, just light on that. It cut that curl early, but they wanted to make sure they didn't hook those guards, so swept it past it. So if they need to run that in, or either one of those in as the end goes on, it'll be available.
Taking the line that was a little better. Wait only. A little bit of line. Room. Can't.
Okay.
Curl.
Weight's really close.
Curl.
It's heavy.
Curl. Curl.
Looks like both teams getting a little caught on this path, unsure of the speed there.
Yeah, that was almost exactly what Jocelyn was trying to accomplish with hers.
Just to the hack.
Okay.
You think? Back line, like
I was kind of thinking the run. Like that's tough if you're a hair.
just this
Alright,
run
it's
is
not great.
fucking tough.
Okay. This looks hard too, but
Yeah. This was curling just a little. There.
out turn.
Across the
We've
face.
seen a few scenarios with those centerline guards getting overlapped and it taking a couple more shots to be able to throw one back into the middle. Whereas now, because they were able to sweep that one, the blue one of Jocelyn's out of the way, they've got access to this rock to run it straight back.
Yeah, if he can cross this just a hair with the out turn and run it kind of across the top of the yellow, it probably gets all 3 rocks in the house moving.
Whoa. Curl.
So I think they expected that to curl a bit. He might have set it back a touch to compensate for that. It just never curled up enough, but peeled the guard off. So it'll have to be put back here by Brent Laing. And we saw this spot earlier in the end. Did over curl. The weight wasn't exactly right. So be a good shot.
Line's good. Tight if anything, I think, but no, line's good.
Tight.
Okay.
Like it to slow down. It's pretty
It
good.
needs to curl a bit.
We're tight.
No.
Don't want to sweep this.
No, you can't. It's fine for line, so just needs to sit. It's good. That's good. It's good. You're good. Okay.
Same thing.
Yep.
So it's in a good spot for line,
So
but
last
recognizing Brett's ability with run backs, they just made that a lot shorter run back, which is why they were hoping it would sit. This is only about a 5-foot run back, which would be pretty high probability of a Brett Gallant make in that situation.
Especially if it's down the same line. It's gonna give this one a good chance for sure.
Tighter line this time. Pretty good result.
Even got that one in as a nibbler at the top there.
That could really matter for
Well, we can't give them a soft deuce.
for an opportunity for
That
two.
draw for them is a complete guess. We knows that. I don't think you want to roll behind there. Right on the nose. Even if you roll into this, like,
If we know that she's freezing.
that's fine. What else do you want to do? If you roll over there, she's just going straight around with no danger.
Okay.
At least this is in the 4-foot. She can't
Normal.
go around.
Do you like normal?
Sure.
Or you want control?
I think control. I don't think it's busting anymore. I think that's plenty.
So heard that conversation. That's all because the rock that Brett ran in rolled
That's in, hey,
into the
Brett?
rings.
What?
That's in.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Or not.
Okay, so what do you want to do instead?
I think we got to draw.
I have no idea how to make that.
Okay, hit and roll. I think you got to hit and roll.
There is something unique about mixed doubles, especially when you're a husband-wife team. You tend to know each other quite well on and off the ice, and you just get to the point with your conversations a whole lot faster than you might on a traditional 4-person team where it might be a different approach in how you would say that.
They decided with the hit and roll.
Clean.
It's got to curl a mile.
Clean, yep.
We'll give Jocelyn a chance to come around the corner.
Hard. Roll it.
I think we got to draw. Like, I mean, I can make it, but then they're drawing.
Okay. So we go.
That's the only thing. It's like, fuck.
Going with mine pick.
I mean, we can make her draw in here, but fuck, like that's.
I think it's like a 14-2.
Would have had our beer paid for the weekend here,
know.
Morgan,
Yeah.
if we started that swear jar. But it is a tricky situation here for Brett and Jocelyn. I heard Brett
is
say I
center
can
line.
make that double, but even if I do,
Right.
she's just drawing. So do we beat them there?
That center line?
It's going to have to be made pretty well. Otherwise, they're going to be looking at 3 with their last one. So
You heard Brent say that
Did you see how Brent's moved
pretty
there?
unsure about this particular path for some
Yours
reason.
moved? I think you're.
As we talked earlier about how all the focus is on that draw of the button in your pregame practice, and with doubles you only get 5 delivered stones every end, not 8, so it's just a couple less chances to see every path in the sheet, and because of the pre-positioned stones, being on the center line, it does focus your attention towards the middle, and you don't have the chance to play this particular line.
Yeah. We saw something really interesting in the game early this morning when Melissa Adams had a rock she was just throwing away. She decided to actually practice this shot, this draw around the corner, to give themselves a sense as to what it would do, and we noticed it did not curl all that much. A bit of late finish, but it was straighter than they expected.
That practice rock definitely paid off for them as they were able to make it nearly impossible for Nancy and Steve's team to convert it to semi-final end. So.
Where are you?
Back 8.
You can see this right now.
Back
It's got
4.
about 3
Lots of
feet
room.
past the guard.
Keep curling, keep curling, keep
Great
curling,
weight,
keep
but,
curling, keep
yeah.
curling, keep curling.
Brett.
Did finish there,
Sorry,
kind of top of the rings in, but probably not enough. An opportunity for Jennifer to throw quiet weight
Not look great.
and potentially get to the nose of that. I can't quite see from this angle, but
Freeze is hard too.
based
like,
on
I
how
have
much they
to-
cleared that guard
Yeah.
by, I would
Yeah, I
think
don't mind
a
the chase, like
backline
back
hit would
line,
be there.
Yeah.
to the nose.
Yeah.
Like as long as it doesn't dead nut jam.
Yeah. Is in here with hat or here with back line?
Yep.
Got to be close. Your hit really finished up
Yep.
down around the
Agreed.
center line.
So did this. I thought he was going to be on the
Yeah.
center line almost.
Yeah. What'd you get on his?
I didn't get it. What'd you get?
14.
Yeah. All right, that'd be close.
14-3 on
reasonable.
that last one of
I'd say
Brett's.
it's just a shade heavier than the wider stuff.
14-2-9 if you're specific.
So a pretty good path. That's good speed for the sixth end of any one of these games.
Yeah. It was in the sixth end last game. I think we
I
were
like the
hearing
speed.
13-5s
13-5,
closer
yep.
to.
Whoa!
And here, starting to catch some curl. This looks pretty good.
Curl, curl, curl!
Not curl.
Hard curl! Roll it!
Good shot.
A really good shot there. Perfect weight control from Jennifer. Just enough to kill that rock, but gave them the ability to control it on the way down.
Whatever you like.
Yeah.
What looked like a pretty good end building for Gallant and Peterman. Brent Laing with that great hit and roll to the
14-3.
side of the 8 foot behind cover really took it away, and Jennifer with that shot it's forced essentially a cold draw to the button for one.
Coming back just a little.
What?
Surface might be coming back just a hair.
Okay. Big ab. I think you're still light though.
And you heard Brett there suggesting that it might be just tightening up a hair here. And
Line's good.
T-line,
Running.
T-line.
This looks pretty close. No,
Line's
no
good.
backing to use here, but I don't think they'll need it.
Good shot.
Another great draw from Jocelyn Peterman for one.
beautiful.
Really important point, gives them a 2-point lead.
Great shot, Joss.
Good sweep.
5-3 lead playing 7, and Laing and Jones will have the hammer. We're down to the last few rocks on sheet 1. And 4-2 for Papley and Van Amsterdam. We'll update you when the 6th end
Move over here, Brett.
finishes.
Okay.
Just gonna check ya. I think you're good, John.
Oh. You probably just heard the crowd in the background there. There was an in-off for about 3 in the Homan Botcher game by Mackenzie and Middleton. And they did make contact with the rock on the button, but it slid through, so it ends up resulting in a steal of 1. So Homan and Botcher will now lead that game 7-3, but that could have been all tied up. Just a centimeter or 2 one way or the other.
Yeah, great attempt there by Juliana.
Yep. How's the line?
Got room. Room.
Weight's good.
Line's good.
We're there.
Yeah, line. Yeah, line. Yes, line.
Just
Good
unable
shot.
to hold the angle there. They're
Good shot,
hoping
so
that that would remain on the center line
Billy,
side
no?
or
Poor
inside
shot.
of that yellow stone
Like
to keep
drawing
the
over there or drawing
angle
open?
favorable for the blue team.
Well, I think we're trying to make 3 here. So I think I had a 14-5 on her.
So, our first power play of the day on the
I would
feature
say she
sheet.
was edge of button. You probably need a little bit more than that. She really spun it. You probably need mid-4.
And Peterman opted to come around with their first rock. There's a few ways to defend the power play. That's one of them. Throwing a center guard is another. Throwing it
Lots
right
of
in
room.
the
Line's
forefoot
good.
in the center line is another. And some teams will
Line's
also
good.
opt to
Curl,
tap the
camp
corner
out.
guard into the rings.
The line's good.
That's my favorite play on that stone. If you can push that corner guard into, the middle of
Yeah.
the house towards the forefoot and
Great job,
have
Jen.
your shooter roll off out of play, it opens up
Do
the
you want to try to?
Yeah.
opposition stone completely. And
They can't hit your
think
rock
I
because it's
moved
too
the
early in the
yellow
end. You've got an
farther than,
opportunity to
blue?
guard it after that if you've tapped it to a really good spot. It is.
Just breathe.
Saw it a lot when mixed doubles was
You
at the
ever
Olympics.
Yeah.
Now they're talking
Okay.
about it with this one.
What's the ticket?
Yeah.
What do you think for ice?
So I think because
Curl in there.
Jennifer's
Hack.
corner freeze is so good and his shot rock undercover and Jones and Laing are actually sitting 2.
I know.
Now they've decided to open this up by playing this tick, and they will try to hit this into the forefoot area, roll the shooter, as Morgan said, just completely out of play, and that should open up a fairly simple double later in the end. And this one
It's
really
good.
caught some curl. They're throwing it with what I suspect to be
Nose is
about
good.
board weight.
Nose is good.
Well, they threw it a little quieter than that.
Good.
Hits the pile and sticks around, but left the corner guard there.
yeah, and didn't really change the angles too much on the cluster over there.
Even gave Jones and Laing a spot. They could freeze right in that pocket.
Yeah, and I think before this rock, they might have had a chance. Obviously, they couldn't
okay
throw
with
it on
that?
that stone of Brett's, but later on, they might have been
I
able
think
to,
control.
throw a quarter of a rock at that blue, and I think it's not gonna go. I think both of your yellows, one's going for sure, and the other one might kick across the rings a bit, or at least open. It looks like that would be next to impossible now with where that corner guard
Yeah.
ended.
I'm guessing this is a hit and roll away for Brent. He could roll into his pile, but I think it's pretty early, and their angles are so good. I think they want to keep play away from that corner for as long as possible.
Weight's good.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
This one's really catching some curl too.
Hard. Whoa.
Little light.
Whoa. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it.
Obviously, this team has a ton of respect for Brett's hitting ability.
Sorry.
So it's Laing and Jones sitting 3 with the hammer.
No, I was thinking if we know, it's then what do they do? You like that?
Sure. 10.5.
It's that or rerun. We know what this will do. I think it'll run dead straight with Peel.
Jocelyn's just looking at that rock that you talked about. Just trying to hit what you can see.
Yeah.
I think they settle on the
Hair high.
run back.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they can run this back hair high
Hair
right
high.
into the top yellow, those 2 yellows will go flying out of the rings pretty easily. And then you're down to a situation
You
where,
threw
kind
your
of worst case
enough
scenario, you're
close
probably
to this
giving up
spot,
2
right?
and you're tied with the hammer coming home.
Yep. A little high on this one.
Oh, ran it through everything. Just missed.
Under 7 or under 7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're guarding this.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, what's the speed? Kind of
It was
decent?
really
like
important for Brett to
decent,
make
yeah.
contact with something. 'Cause now you'll see
Gotta make sure
Brent
we get to the
is going
nose.
to put the
Can't-
guard
can't
back,
leave
but
the
this
nose on
time
the
it's a
outside.
Laing Jones guard that'll be coming in.
Yeah. And 5 rocks goes really fast, and with down to their last 2. So
It looks like a mile.
Okay, I can give you less.
when it's Brent and Jen's last 3 rocks versus your last 2,
Well, I
and they're
want this
already sitting
relatively
3.
tight, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, halfway, it's fine.
They should know this path pretty well. Jen made that great come around corner freeze that's still sitting there as the second shot rock right now on this path. The line will be very similar.
Line's tight. Line's tight. Okay, it needs to sit.
Again, placement of this guard really important. The tighter it gets to the rings, the easier the run back would be for Brett to make. They're over curled, so that decision from the hack to take a little bit less
Same
ice
weight.
might have cost them there, because this this rock that we see
Like,
looking at here is wide open.
Bordering on a hair low is better than a hair high, right? You want just a hair less? Yeah.
It's over curled by almost a rock and a half width. If anything, you would have wanted
Just
to
a hair
leave
less. I think I can take it
the
back.
out turn,
Yeah. Nose hit.
smash at the blue.
Any chance he ever jumps this across? Or just makes that double and stays there pretty well?
I think there's a chance. Definitely want to make sure you get rid of 2 rocks, whichever 2 they are.
Yeah.
And the easier 2 to fly are the
Are
one
these
he's
two,
making
yeah.
contact with.
I think that job is done. And rolled it over pretty close.
Yep. Great shot.
Yeah.
Just has to roll like a foot.
Yeah.
Control.
Yeah, that same weight.
Yeah, that looks minimum. That looks tight.
Controlled weight hit. They're looking to roll this.
Weight's good.
They said
Yep,
only have to
whoa,
roll
yep.
it a foot. They'll be side by side, but I think they're looking to roll it just a touch more than that, but have to stay in the rings with the roll.
Yeah, as long as they don't set up a double here, but this looks like it's running.
Boy.
Very good.
Yeah, rolled right out. So a nose hit here from Jocelyn will essentially be enough to force Jen to 1.
the turn of events
If
here.
you want to
We've lost
throw
few
like less,
stones.
I'm okay with it, but
Even a roll out from Jocelyn forces Jen to 1 here, so
That's right.
they're in pretty good shape.
Okay, if you're throwing firm, it might curl just a little then. Easy peel. Okay. Okay. You got her.
A slightly different
release
rule in
the
mixed doubles with blank ends. So if a team ends up blanking, they do not retain hammer. So
Yeah, that's why Jocelyn doesn't need to worry about hanging around here, because Jennifer will certainly draw for 1. If you're going to give up the hammer, you might as well get a point for it.
yeah,
Yeah, rolls right out, so Jen will probably follow some sort of path that she feels most comfortable with. And anything in the paint will make this a 1-point game. Just cleaning it in to the rings.
and that was around a 14, so it does look like it's tightening up a
A touch.
half second.
So 1 point there for Laing and Jones. That makes it a 5-4 game. Gallant and Peterman with hammer coming home in a 1-point lead. Over on sheet 1, they're in the 7th end still, but in the 6th end, 2 points for Wu and Wenzek to tie that game. 4-4, playing the 7th. Sheet 4, we're down to the last 2 rocks of the 7th end, so we will wait to give you an update momentarily. So we talked about it in the 6th. Was that the right time to go to the power play with the hammer for Gallant and Peterman? They decided to wait, but now they've decided with a 1-point lead that it's time. So they've shifted the rocks over to the side of the rings. Pre-placed rock in the house moves above the tee line, and pre-placed corner guard.
So there you go. That's why they didn't use it in 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You can,
He'll just chip the center, but I guess
well, you could throw an off center, but I think it's better to have doubles. Like our best bet
Yeah,
is
so
to
this
make
is
draw
a-
against 2 or
It's a scenario
hit
where
against 3.
tapping that corner into the
Center
rings
guard
might
doesn't do
not
that.
be the
They'll go
right
around the
play.
corner. So you go and throw
You know,
it
if
on
you're
the
Jennifer and Brent, you're going all out to steal here, so it's probably center guard.
Yep.
halfway or something.
And with Jocelyn's drawing ability, you pretty much have to have this rock covering the button
Yeah.
That was pretty light though.
and be ready to defend
Line's
it the
good.
entire end.
How's the line good? It has to curl 5 feet.
This really has to curl, doesn't it?
yeah.
Just debating where exactly they want to place this rock. You know,
Make
as
it a good
Morgan
center
said, it's
guard.
got to be
It's a good
covering
center guard. It's perfect
the
center guard.
button.
Sorry, that didn't curl at all. I was a bit wide, but not.
Well, I had to hit it early, but maybe in the trough a bit.
What?
Maybe just in the trough a bit.
Maybe, I don't know.
Still curled 4 to 5 feet there, so got to center.
So how
Lead's
will
good.
Jocelyn respond to this rock? It almost looked like she's trying to play a tick.
lots of weight.
Can I tick it to the side or the back corner? Oh, and try
Great
to
shot.
roll the shooter in, which she
Beauty.
might have just done. How
Good shot,
sharp
though.
are the rocks?
Great shot. Little spin back there.
Ooh, I think it's just out, but what an attempt. Great shot. Obviously, the no-tick rule that we see in the 4-person game at the Canadian curling events, the Grand Slams, does not apply
Breathe.
here
Yeah.
in mixed doubles. But with sport always evolving, who knows? Maybe that's coming soon.
similar to how we were, obviously probably before both of our times, but I imagine we both played with a 3-rock rule
Line's good.
Oh, yes.
back in
Yep.
our younger
Yeah.
A little heavy.
Gotta
days.
curl, curl,
Still a little heavy.
curl. Curl, curl to touch it.
And I think that started out from your neck of the woods. The Moncton rule, they called it, didn't they? The 3-rock rule.
Of course, now we play under a 5-rock rule and
Feel the yellow out.
4-person curling. And the no-tick rule involved in 4-person, but typically at a league, you won't play with a no-tick rule at your
Yeah.
local league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just think the out turn could curl a foot.
it would make the game very hard for a lot of the leads at your local curling club if there was a no tick rule. So I think it's smart to keep that out of club curling, just to keep some of the enjoyment in for all the players. But a great rule at the elite level.
Absolutely.
Roll the shooter. Roll the shooter. Roll the shooter.
And Brett just trying to make sure that that one didn't stop back button and give Brent something to freeze to, or Jennifer later on.
So it looks like they're trying to come around the corner.
I believe that's the call.
Again, this is shows the respect they have for each other's shot making ability. I think normally a lot of people would throw a center guard here, or keep throwing center guard until you get a miss,
Line's
but
good.
they're probably not going to get a miss on a straight peel from the players on this sheet, so they're going to get creative and try the corner freeze, or even half around the one in the blue.
Line's good. Straight, 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 straight.
And that's just going to over curl a touch and leave Gallant and Peterman sitting 2. And now to your point, leaving that back button would have left a freeze for Jones and Laing. Gallant, recognizing that, is just going to pick this out of there.
Yeah.
There's no trouble up front at this point, even with a really good shot kind of from Jennifer on her last. Jocelyn would have probably full 8 to win the game.
Yep.
And one more for good measure. And rolling that right out of play.
It's the same situation.
Yeah, the only spot they have.
Just a casual 6-5
Or actually bumping it might be easier.
Brett there.
6.5 second peel, eh?
On your own rock,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think here's good. No, what do you think's easier?
I just said I think bumping it might be easier, but
Okay.
like we got to go edge of 4. It's fine. Try the draw.
I don't think you're edge of 4, Brent.
Well, I need more than I had.
Yeah, I know, but I think it'll run straight too long. But,
Okay, well then I definitely like
okay.
whatever.
You know, obviously they're gonna play this till the
No,
end.
put it where
and,
you want it.
and try
That
to
is where I want it.
try to make every
Said we
shot,
don't-
but
Yeah, here, I'm just giving you there.
Okay.
recognizing it's an uphill battle without anything up front. Once that tick shot was made on that center guard, this end was always going to be an uphill battle for Jones and Laing.
Yeah.
Line's good. Bit of room. Lots of line here.
This was what Jen was worried about. Take a foot
fit
extra
it in there
ice
if you
and
can.
it could stay out there. Getting some late finish though.
Yeah.
It's going to be a piece buried here for sure. I think I heard Brett just say intern. which is not a turn most curlers would choose for this hit and roll out.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I think, you know, the way he threw it on his first, he threw the in-turn, and I think he backed it up a bit. And the rock is inside the rock. The broom. So yeah, it's an in-turn coming to a rock that's a quarter buried. And no problem. Roll out.
Just a 6-3.
Okay.
Or you go here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you can do that too. That's fine. Or the bump to R2.
I don't know if you can get that bump. You think you can throw it hard enough? It's just so dead.
You might as well have a look from the hack, not from there.
So we talked about that during the early game, Morgan, that the rocks are a little less lively than what you typically see on TV, because obviously these are the rocks that are just used for regular play at the Banff Curling Club. I think Jennifer referenced that there too. It'd be tough to make that double tap and sit two with rocks that aren't going to spring off each other.
Yeah, so rocks that are at events tend to be a bit lively because they're just used only for the event. And of course, these rocks are traveling up and down the sheet, hopefully multiple times every single day.
Yeah.
So a little bit more use, so then their striking bands tend to.
And only because we saw Brett.
Could get a little flat, right? A little deadened, and it means that your weight's not going to transfer from one stone to another. It's not going to be as quick to spin out. And it's especially has an impact on those more quiet weight shots where you're trying to move one or two rocks to just push one out, sort of thing. Jen electing to go on the intern side here. We don't think we've seen anything this far out.
Whoa!
I suspect we'll get some curl.
Yeah,
She's just trying to kill the shot rock, but this is over curling. She's going to be on her own. It will at least tap it in for shot. But yeah, I mean, we can see from our vantage here the paths that have been worn out quite well in that spot. It looks very, very fresh. Not surprising that caught a little bit of
right here.
curl.
Yeah, a little bit of sharper pebble out there from not being played on at all. I didn't see the nipping pattern before the game started. They do a 2-3 pass, 4 pass with the nipper. Cover the whole sheet edge to edge.
Throw,
So still a nipped part of the ice, but it will be a bit sharper than the more played area. So
Jocelyn's got an open hit here. Similar to last time, no need to stick around. She's got that one rock on the tee line just biting the 8-foot that would ensure the win. This looks pretty good. She is going to be right on the nose for 2 points and a 7-4 victory. So that will move Gallant and Peterman directly into the quarterfinals. And Jones and Laing will continue their journey. They will also make the playoffs, but they will go into the round of 12 and will have to play into the quarterfinals. Looks like around the same time our game on sheet 4 finished up. I haven't seen the 7th end posted yet, but given the scoreboard, I think we can assume that it's Rachel Holman and Brendan Botcher that won that game. Similar, they were in the exact same spot in the bracket as the game that we featured, so they will move into the quarterfinals. And Mackenzie and Middleton will move into the round of 12. That leaves one game left on the ice right now. They are in the 8th end. Van Amsterdam and Papley have a 1-point lead, but it is Wu and Wenzek that have the hammer.
With Papley, Van Amsterdam, looks like they're sitting 3 rocks in the top forfeit here.
And I was mistaken earlier with that Holman Botcher game. They did win. They will move into a C qualifier. and Mackenzie and Middleton unfortunately are eliminated. But a great run against a world-class field for that very talented mixed doubles team. Van Amsterdam and Papley, looks like they have 3 rocks surrounding the button above the tee line. From our vantage, I would guess they're sitting 2 and throwing a center guard. So we're getting later in the end. Well placed. So we'll see Wenzek try to run this rock into it just as he tried to on the last one. Wu and Wenzek do have 1 rock that's back for the preset rock, hasn't been moved. Tough to tell for sure. It's either second or third shot.
Also, a quick congratulations to Atina Ford Johnson team from the Calgary, Okotoks, and Sherwood Park curling clubs. They just defended their Canadian Senior Championship title.
Congratulations to them. Team Saskatchewan, as you mentioned earlier, won on the men's side. A fantastic run back from Wenzek. He ran the yellow guard into 3 yellow rocks that were all above the tee line, got them all moving, and is sitting shot rock with no center guard. He did leave 1 Van Amsterdam rock in the rings in the back 8, and his shooter rolled for a bit of a corner guard. So an opportunity for Papley to hit and roll behind the corner.
Yeah, what a shot that was.
And if this is made, likely force 1 and an extra end on that sheet. But what an unbelievable shot. Hit and roll from Papley. Does hit and roll, I don't think quite behind that corner guard.
No, I think it's wide open. There might even be a double here.
Yeah, and there is a rock over on the side in the 12-foot, so if this double is made and stays, it would actually be for the win. And while that's being discussed and set up, I can update you on some of the playoff teams that are in. Is Adams and Robichaud, Gagne and Morissette, Peterman, Gallant, Walker, Myers, and then we have a number that have qualified for the round of 12, and they will play tonight to make their way into the quarterfinals. And I think, Steve will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think those games tonight are at the Canmore Curling Club. There is a bit of what I would call a social hour at the club tonight. So if you're in the Bow Valley looking for something to do on a Saturday evening, I would make my way down to the Canmore Curling Club.
Last rock on the way here on sheet 1.
Let's see what she's intended. This does not look like the weight to make the double, so they may have decided it's a little flat.
I think she's.
You disagree?
I think they're going for it.
Okay.
Oh.
A little too thin. Rolls underneath the second shot. Van Amsterdam and Papley steal the 8th end. They will win that game 6-4 and move on.
Well, what a great effort there in the last 2 shots by Wu and Wenzek. It was a great comeback there, so to speak. So
yeah, they did a great job. So yeah, thank you again for joining the Saturday afternoon broadcast here at the Rocky Mountain Mixed Doubles. Peterman and Gallant, Jones and Laing. Like we said, it would be one of the best games of the weekend. It certainly lived up to it, with Peterman and Gallant moving on. So before we sign off, just quickly want to thank our sponsors that make these events possible one more time. Vision Electronics, Distinctive Homes, Mary's Popcorn Shop, Bow Valley Credit Union, the Malcolm Hotel, Ridgewood, GDS, Wildlife Distillery, and Rocky Mountain Soap. Thank you very much for joining in, and we will see you all tomorrow.
You just want one last one, like there, Gordon?
So I'm doing a post-game recap.